Hello and welcome, stamping friends. Come on in, grab a cup of coffee or some tea, and join me for about 30 to 45 minutes of some stamping fun. Let me just do a little clicking here to make sure that I'm where I need to be. Let's see. Okay, that's good. All right, great. If this is your first time here, I am Terry Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you from Iowa. And I am so glad that you're joining me today for my fourth episode or fourth session of the new mini 2025 catalog. Hi, Lola. Good to see you. And hope you're doing well. So yesterday on Monday, January 6th, I was live 3 times. Today, I'm here with another um, session for our kickoff party. And I'm going to be using products from our brand new mini catalog along with some celebration products. And then I'm going to share an extra card that I've used, some online exclusive products. And then I'm going to show you how to find those in my store. Hi, Sheila. Good to see you again. Thanks for joining me. So today I have a fun fold, and I'm going to show you the fun fold first after I share the cards that I did yesterday, and then how you can get a kit to make all of these. So what's really exciting is that today the mini catalog and the celebration have dropped. That means they are available to order from. And so that's really exciting. But not only do we have the mini catalog and the celebration, but Stampin' Up! Has added 3 new kits starting today, plus a scrapbooking. The scrapbooking is a digital scrapbooking brochure. Um, and then the next scrapbooking products that will be released will be in our annual catalog. And plus, we also have some brand new products on our online exclusive section of our shop. So when you go to the website, you can just click on online exclusives, and those just mean they're products that are not in a printed catalog. All right, well, let's get this party started. So I'm going to turn the camera down and we will do some stamping. And get the lights on. And if I haven't mentioned this, I want to do that. That we are going to, I'm giving out prizes, one for each of our 4 sessions. We're going to have a 5th session because that is when I'm going to announce the winners. So if you're watching the replay or right now, if you're watching me live, just leave you know, a message so I can add you to the list. And maybe you will be a winner of the random drawing for a prize. So I'm going to be back on here at 4 p.m. today to finish up our catalog kickoff. Okay, so here was a celebration. I've been showing you some of the products from here, but I'm just going to turn and show you that today we're going to be using, again, the Fresh Freesia seam binding ribbon, and you can get this free by placing a $60 order. And then I'm also going to be using on page 10 the purple adhesive back sequins, which you can also earn free with a $60 purchase. And then we have a few items that you can choose free. I call them kind of level 2 because they're free with a $120 purchase. And I'm going to be using the heart-shaped bundle. That's our main bundle for our card today is the heart-shaped bundle. Comes stamp set and dies that you can earn free with a $120 purchase. And then I'm going to match that, or I'm going to pair that up with, of course, something from our mini catalog because I want to share products from both. So on page 38 and 39 is a beautiful bouquet uh, suite with butterflies, but we're going to use the designer series paper today for our card. So that's what we're going to do. Hello, Ellen. Good to see you from Tennessee. And Glenda, hello. Welcome. So that's what we're going to do today. Now, let me really quick show you the 3 cards that we did yesterday. And you can go back. Guess I need to turn that on silent, don't I? You can go back and watch the replay. So this was our first card we did in episode 1 using the toadstools. And then this was our second card and using memorable blooms that's in the mini catalog. And then this is our third card that we made yesterday, and a birthday card using With You in Mind and Wildflowers. And you can get these 3 cards, a kit to make these 3 cards, plus the one that we're going to do today. You can earn that free by placing an order with me. You place a $40 order with me using this host code now through Sunday at midnight, January 12th. Then you're going to receive pre-cut cardstock and envelopes to make these 4 cards. These 3 plus the one I'm going to do today. You will receive a written tutorial for each card along with full color pictures. And if your order with me is over $50, then you will receive a brand new embellishment from the new mini catalog. And if your order is over 60, you'll get the kit to make the 4 cards, the embellishment package from me, and a free celebration from Stampin' Up. So, okay, let's go ahead and get started. Now, I think today I am going to show you the card so you kind of have an idea of what we are doing, okay? So this is the card that we're going to make today, and so it is a fun fold. You open it up. We're going to be using one of the embossing folders and the celebration, and then you still have room to do your writing. And I have another card to share with you also. So we're using quite a few, at least 4 items from the celebration, and using 1 item from the mini catalog. All right, so here is the designer series paper that we are going to be using, as I showed you in the beautiful bouquet. And I have, for the card that I just shared with you, I used the front of this sheet, and then I used the back also. So I used, but today we're going to use this, and I'm going to change it a little bit, and we're going to use this piece here for the front. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So let me bring in kind of what we need, but before we do that, let me show you this beautiful stamp set. So this is from Sale-A-Bration. If you purchase 120, you can get 2 $60 free items, or you could purchase this stamp set along with the dies to go with it. And we're going to use the label die, and we're going to use this die here today, plus the leaf die, plus this die. We're going to use like 4 dies, I think, in that. Okay, so my heart loves your heart. My thoughts of you are all heart-shaped. Hello, just because I care. Thank you. You got a little leaf here, the heart, and the flowers. So you can use this stamp by itself, and you can also use it with this die, or you can use them separately. And then here is the Starstruck embossing folder that we're going to use. And again, this is a free product that you can choose when you place a $60 order. Okay, so we'll be using that. All right, well, let me bring in everything that we need because we need quite a few pieces with this today. So we're going to start off with Balmy Blue cardstock. Oh, thanks, Ellen. I'm glad you like the color combination. And hi, Judy. Judy Poole, I'm glad you're here today. I saw your message from yesterday. So we're going to start with Balmy Blue cardstock, and it's 4¼ by 11. And then I already scored it at 5½. But then I need to bring my trimmer in because I'm going to cut off 2½ on one end. So again, this is 4¼ by 11, scored in the middle at 5½. And I'm just kind of looking because I like to fold it this way, my cardstock. So then I'm just going to slide this in on the long way, and I'm just going to trim off 2½ inches. One end. And then you can use this for another card. And then I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to fold this. Okay. And then I'm going to lay that aside, and we are going to cut out designer series paper. So I'm going to bring that trimmer back in. And I'm going to cut this. It's going to be for the front. So we're going to cut this at 2¾ by 4. Lay that aside. And this is going to be for the inside. And we're going to cut this. I want more of the kind of purple to show because we're going to be using Balmy Blue and the Fresh Freesia. So I am going to cut this at 4 by 5½. And I think that's all we need of the trimmer. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and attach these pieces. Get that out of the way because I don't need that one. So we're going to get out of the way before I get confused, right? Okay, so now you can use this side too, but I'm going to use the one that has the little circles. So I'm just going to add some adhesive. I'm going to open this up. I find it easier sometimes to open that up like this when I want to add my designer series paper. I don't have to kind of fight the bulk of the cardstock. So this is from the front, and then I'm going to add this right inside here. And it looks like I do need the trimmer because look, it looks like I need to cut that just a little bit. So let's go 5¼ And that is good because when I change that on the tutorial and I send that to you, if you place an order with me, it'll be correct, which is why I like to always double check my measurements. So the inside piece is 4 by 5¼ and we'll get that lined up. All right, so let's go ahead and lay that aside. And let's bring in the Fresh Freesia. Now this is 3 inches by 10. Hello, Deborah. Thanks for joining us. From Ohio. Awesome. So this is 3 by 10, and I scored it at 5. And I'm going to go ahead and fold it in half. And then we're going to do, for my measurements today, let's just start with a 3 by 10. So we're going to do 3 by 10. I have a feeling I didn't. divided by 10. So, okay, 3 by 10, and half of 10 is 5. So we will fold this back in, and we will score it at 5 inches. And I think what I did, I just didn't trim it to 10. All right. Hold your fingers, cross your fingers. This is going to work. It does. How about that? It always works when you have the right measurements. Okay. So now we are going to bring in this embossing folder that you can earn free with a $60 purchase. And we are going to just emboss one. We're just going to emboss one piece here. So half of this. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to lay this in here. And then I'm going to close it down. And I want the fold to be not in the embossing folder. Okay, so right up to it, but not in the embossing folder. Then we're going to bring now this is not a 3D, so you need plates 1, and then you need your plate 3. And then we're going to lay the folded edge in. Put our other plate 3 on top. And then we're just going to run it through. Oh, I'm glad you like that paper, Deborah. That it is. I do too. We'll need. I need to cut and emboss a little bit later. Oh, well, not necessarily. I think maybe I have everything cut, but okay. So we have just the one piece. Okay, so just half of this is embossed, and then I'm going to bring in a piece of balmy blue and a piece of the basic white, and we're going to do some stamping on the basic white. Like I see. I think my camera moved on me. Okay, so we're going to start with this, and I am going to bring in, we're going to be using balmy blue and fresh freesia. So I'm going to start with the fresh freesia, and I'm going to bring in this large heart that's from the stamp set. I'm going to ink this up. It is photopolymer, so I could use a piercing mat, and we'll just put this over to the left like that. And then I'm going to lay that aside and bring in balmy blue. And I have these little flowers. There's 3 little flowers together, so I'm going to ink that up in balmy blue. And I'm just going to place that right in the middle of our heart. Oh, that's cute. Guess what I did? Have any of you ever done that? Well, maybe I'm just the only one. I put the stamp on upside down. So that's why there are 2 sides of our cardstock. So let's ink this up in, and we'll do it one more time. Oh, that looks much better, doesn't it? Much, much better. All right. And if you've never done that, that is good. That is great. All right. While I have this out here, I'm going to grab a scrap of basic white. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp these flowers. I'm going to stamp it in balmy blue. And then I'm going to stamp it again in fresh freesia. And then you can tell me later with which one you want me to use, the fresh freesia when we get to that part, or the balmy blue, and then I have both of those taken care of. Now, since we're stamping, I'm going to lay this aside, and I'm going to bring in, I've used the stylish shapes, the largest stylish shapes, and I'm going to go ahead and use fresh freesia, and I'm going to stamp the heart inside our circle. So I'm just going to stamp it like that. And then you will get a piece of fresh freesia, and so you can die cut your label out, but I will send you a die cut label. And I've already done that. I've already die cut that out. So we're going to bring that in, and we're just going to work on our stamping. And I'm going to bring in our Memento black ink, and we're going to stamp thank you. Hello, Myra. Well, thank you for making me feel like I'm not alone, that you have done that before too. All right, so I'm going to stamp thank you. This time of the year, we need a lot of thank you cards, but you can most certainly put a different sentiment, of course, on the front. I'm going to kind of do that in the middle, just like that. Hi, Judy Newquist, or glad you found me. Welcome. Okay, I believe we have our stamping done. So now we can kind of start putting things together. All right, so let's go ahead and bring in the basic white. Now, when I turn that over, then sometimes you get just a little bit of you kind of tell where you've done your cutting. But if you take your bone folder and go over the edges, that smooths it out. And then we're just going to go ahead and layer these two together. I always say in crafting and stamping, there's no mistakes. We can usually, just an opportunity, right, to do something maybe a little bit different. Okay, so we're going to lay that aside, and then I'm going to get rid of that, get that out of my way for right now. And we are going to bring our card base back in. This is our card base, and then we're going to bring in the second, I guess you could say, the second layer here, and we are going to adhere this inside. So we want the side that isn't embossed to be on the inside of our card base. So we're going to add some adhesive. And then we're going to try to lay this so I have about the same amount on the top as on the bottom. And it folds over just like that. And I think it's fairly straight. It's hard when I'm looking down. Usually I put something up in front of me. And then we're going to bring this, and we're going to layer this right inside that fresh freesia. So we'll add some adhesive. Like that. And I do have another card using an entirely different paper and colors that I want to share with you. Okay, so now we are going to finish the front, but I want to move this out of the way. Uh, we're going to use this die, and we're going to die cut. And I'm going to, and this is a kind of an intricate die. Um, and I'm not really fond of intricate dies, but isn't that pretty? So what I'm going to do is bring in a scrap of fresh freesia that will fit. And then I'm going to bring in our adhesive sheets. And if you haven't seen these before, that you get 12 in a package, and they come like this. And so you can just cut them as you need, and then just put the extra pieces right inside. And I have already cut a piece of the adhesive sheet. And so I'm going to put this on the cardstock. So, and it usually, there's a little seam there, it just comes right off. And now the trick is you want to make your adhesive sheet a little bit smaller than the cardstock that you're going to use. Okay, so you're going to make it a little bit smaller. Otherwise, you're going to have sticky. If you make it too close to the edge, you're going to have sticky on the outside of your cardstock. That's not good. Okay, so, oh, the fruit salad paper. I'm going to show that fruit salad paper today. Isn't that fun? You know what? I didn't think I would like that fruit salad paper, and then I saw somebody use it, and then I had to get it. Oh, that's perfect. Yes, your coworkers will love it. Yeah, that is. Okay, so what we're going to do is bring in our cut and emboss machine again. Now this time I've added plate 2 back on plate 1. We didn't need plate 2 when I did the embossing. And so here's my adhesive sheet, but I'm going to turn it so I see my cardstock. So the adhesive sheet is down, cardstock towards me. I'm going to place this right here. And then we're just going to run this through. Now, because it has an adhesive sheet that makes it a little bit thicker, then I'm going to go ahead and run it back through this way. And because I'm on camera today and I really want this to work really easy, I'm going to run it through one more time. How about that? Okay, maybe even one more time. But really, just running it through twice should work fine. All right, and so now we're just going to go ahead and take that out. We don't need those. And we have my take your pick tool. So see how I click on that, and you can see that I can get in here and peel this off. And then this is what we have. My camera keeps moving. I need to tighten that up or something. All right. So now I'm just going to bring this in. I have to get the adhesive sheet off, and this will become a sticker. So I'm trying to hold down and then try to use the take your pick tool to go. And this can take a little bit of time. But once you get it started somewhere, then it will come off pretty easy. And I think maybe I have, we'll see. I don't want to tear the heart. Okay, let's try it over here. Now you don't have to use adhesive sheet, but I did it without and then with, and I did think it was much better with the adhesive sheet. There we go. All right. So once, like I said, once you get it apart, then you can just gently peel the adhesive sheet off, and then your heart will be sticky. Those adhesive sheets make it so much easier when you have intricate detail dies. And this is throwaway. Okay, now we're going to bring in our large stylish circle, and I went ahead and stamped the heart, and then by adding our die cut, it just makes it a little bit fuller. So you just kind of line it up the best you can. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And then this just goes right on top of that. All right. Okay, now let's go ahead and bring our card base back in. And then we're going to adhere this over here on the left. So I'm going to kind of try to do kind of in the middle and get it lined up. So I'm only going to be putting adhesive on the left-hand side. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put my hands here, and then I'm just going to add adhesive over when I turn it over, just on this side, using my finger as a guide. And then we will add this, and we have a little bit more to decorate the front of our card. Now, do I want to use the purple or the blue flowers down here? Do I want to use the purple or the blue? We have purple heart, we have, the balmy blue. So let me know in the comments what we need, what you think that we should use. And then I have some soft sea foam, and I've already die cut this, but I took this die that's in our heart-shaped dies, and I ran it through, and then I made that a little bit smaller. And so we have, or actually, this is the die. So these leave this die here, and so here you see the 3. So this is the one that was on that. So this is the die that I used on soft sea foam. So we're going to use that with either the blue or the purple flowers. And while you're letting me know that, I'm going to bring in the sentiment that we stamped earlier, and we're going to go ahead and pop this up using mini dimensionals. And then I'll look and see. I might be able to get away with regular, but I don't think so. I'm just to be safe, we're just going to use our mini. And I think 3 will be fine. Looks like I see 3 blue, so we may be going with blue, but I'll wait just a little bit. Okay. And so I am going to place this, let's see, about right here. And we're also going to be using that you can earn free with a $60 order, the fresh freesia. So I'm going to go ahead and make a bow. And then we're going to attach this to our card also. And the bow is a little bit larger than I want, so I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller. We will snips. This fresh freesia seam binding ribbon is really, really soft. So we're going to attach that right here. And we will, looks like we need to snip that a little bit. Okay, before we attach that, I'm going to see what color of flowers that we're going to go with. And I already have both die cut out. Okay, Sheila, blue flowers. Judy, you're saying blue. Deborah, blue. Myra, you like the blue. And Lola likes the blue. Well, I love it when you guys are all on the same page. So we're going to bring in the blue. And we're going to add, now if I can find my leaf, and I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to add a glue dot. Now, the leaves cut out two, but for some reason I just seem to have one leaf. So they are so small that it's easy to lose them. But I'm going to pick up a glue dot, and then I'm going to place that on the back of the flower. And then I'm going to turn it over, and it just makes it easier than to add to the leaf like that. Okay, so I'm going to look and see. Well, we may just have, I could die cut another one, but I think you get the point. There are two, so you can just I can I can die cut that out later. So we're going to add this right here, and we're going to turn this over and pop it up. And just put a little mini, and I'm going to put a mini right there on the leaf. I have the glue dot, but that way it'll just make it more secure. And we're just going to kind of add this at the bottom right like that. And then I'm going to bring those glue dots back in because we want to attach our bow. And I'm going to put it right here on the card. You could also, put it on the bow itself if you wanted to. And then if you want this to lay flat, you can also add a glue dot underneath the bow to lay flat. But let's add some embellishments. And I'm going to be bringing in, this is from the Sale-A-Bration. You can choose this as a free item with a $60 order. And they are the purple adhesive back sequins. I have not opened them yet. I wanted to do it on camera. And you may already, everybody does it differently, but I like to cut the side. This was not my idea. I saw this and I like this idea, and I've been using that. So because this way I can just slide these out. Now, sometimes you do need to cut up the side, but then also just cut in just a little bit. And then you can just slide these out and slide them back in. Okay, so let's go ahead and add some embellishments to our card. And I think we will add this right here. And these are flat. What's nice about these gems is that they would be really easy to go through the mail. So if you wanted to mail these. So here is our card. And let me show you the other card that I was talking to you about. So here's a card. Thank you. And then you have where you can write inside. So it is a fun fold. Now, the other card that I'm going to show you, I used an online exclusive. And this is the marbled designer series paper. And I used the heart gems. I used the twisted gold ribbon. and sending lots of love. Use the same embossing folder from the Sale-A-Bration, only using red, and then stamp the heart, and I use petal pink to kind of go with that striped. So just to show you, a different variation. And thank you, Deborah and Myra. I'm glad that you like the card. Um, when you go to Stampin' Up, you just go up here and shop products, and then it will say adhesive, and you go on down and it says online exclusives. And then when you click on online exclusives, then you'll see all the products in here that are not in the catalog. So that is how you find those. So if you wanted to just so this is called marbled paper. So I could type in marbled and then just click on that, and then it would bring up that paper. So just to kind of just show you where to find in my shop, those products. So today we used the bouquet designer series paper from the mini catalog, and then we used the ribbon and our heart-shaped stamp set and dies, the embellishments, the Starstruck. This is called Starstruck uh, embossing folder, and that was all from the Sale-A-Bration. And speaking of Sale-A-Bration, yesterday, well, first of all, yesterday, if you were watching, I shared this. This is not Sale-A-Bration. This is from the plaster painting 3D embossing folder, and I showed that this is a new product, but I didn't hadn't used it yet. So I just kind of wanted to show you. So I did Night of Navy, and then uh, a lighter color. So just to kind of show you what that looks like. So I don't know if you can see that, but it is really, really, really pretty. Maybe you can see more on that. Okay. But speaking of Sale-A-Bration, and here is the fruit salad that you can earn free. And it is very, very bright and cheerful. And look at, I mean, like I said, looking in the Sale-A-Bration brochure, it wasn't one that I thought I wanted. And then I saw the paper and I'm like, oh, this is so adorable. So I can't wait to start using it and making some cards. A couple other Sale-A-Bration items is a day to celebrate. And this would be great for making cards. I think it'd also be good for scrapbooking. And here's another one, documenting the day. What a wonderful day, documenting the day. Oh, what a day, or one fine day. So a perfect day. And this again would be perfect for cards as well as scrapbooking. And then another free celebration you can choose is Dance with Me. It doesn't have any sentiments. And if you like to color, it'd be one that you would color with markers or with blends, Stampin' Blends. All right. Well, let me come back up. Yes, Deborah, some great, some Valentine card ideas. That is true. Oh, and Sheila, you like the red. Well, good, good. I'm glad. I wanted to show kind of some different how you can do the same layout with different products, different colors, and how it looks different. Thank you for being here. Now, I will be all your names will be entered for a prize, and if you're watching the replay, then your names will be included too. I will be back on at 4 p.m. today. So, and of course, if you're not able to come back on at 4 p.m. Central, don't worry. You can watch this later. And if you do win a prize and I don't know your address, then you can email me at rusticbarncards@gmail.com. So, and then I also will have it on my Facebook page. I have a lot of new things coming up. I'm going to be talking about that we're going to kind of finish up our catalog party at 4 p.m. I will not be making any cards. I'll be sharing some cards and talking about some new things I have going on at Rustic Barn Cards and how you can be part of that. Plus, we'll be doing that drawing. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you at 4 p.m. Central, or you can watch the replay.